Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope the figures of speech part 1 video was useful for you. We will continue with the figures of speech in today's video also. Today I am going to teach you personification and hyperbole. Now what is a personification? Personification is a special kind of metaphor in which human qualities are given to something that is not human. It can be an animal, it can be an object, or even an idea. That means if there are any non human items like an animal or an object or a thing, if we are adding some human qualities to them, that is a symbol of personification. We will see this example. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. Now you know shine. We use the word shine for a human being, but sun is a non-human being. We are using the qualities of a human being to describe a non-living, non-human being. That's why this is the example of personification. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. Billows is a non-human being. We are using the human qualities of smoothness and brightness to describe the billows, and therefore it is a personification. We will see few more examples. The angry clouds marched across the sky. Clouds and sky both are non-human beings, but angry and marching, these are the human qualities being added to non-human beings. You can see the following 4 examples. The underlined words are the personification. The lonely train whistle cried out in the night. Lonely and cried. We are describing train by the word lonely and night by the word cry. Lonely and cried are human qualities, but we are adding them to non-human beings. The hungry chainsaw growled loudly. The stubborn, dense fog swallowed us. The evening stars winked at me from the sky. Take the 4th example. The fog. Fog is a non-human being, but stubbornness and swallowing, these are the qualities of a human being, but here it is referred to with the dense fog, and therefore it is an example of personification. See these pictures, then personification will be even more clear to you. Which is the grumpiest? You can see 2 chairs. Chairs are non-human beings, but grumpy, we use the adjective grumpy for human beings, isn't it? So we are personifying the non-human beings by adding the human qualities to them. See, a beautifully written poem, and a cell phone is speaking that. I am a cell phone. I like to chat all the time. I am very helpful in an emergency. I often play games with my owner. I sometimes interrupt when my owner is busy. I feel important because I go everywhere my owner goes. I am a cell phone. So here, the cell phone is speaking about itself. The cell phone is a non-human being, but you can see in all the lines it is using I, and all the human qualities like helping, chatting, speaking, playing is described here. So we are adding the human qualities to the non-human being like the cell phone, and this is a perfect example for personification. We will take a quick review of simile, metaphor and personification together. You can see here 3 sentences are given. Can we identify the simile, metaphor and personification in these? Let us try it out. Spring caresses the earth and sky with her warm, delicate hands. Our friendship is as comfortable as a pair of flannel pajamas. The old factory had become a heavy, heaving, grunting beast. Please try out, children, if you can find out the figure of speech in these three sentences. I will help you out. Check the first one. Spring caresses the earth and sky with her warm, delicate hands. This is personification. Why? Because spring is a non-human being, but the warmth and delicacy of the hands are the human qualities which are added to with the spring to describe a perfect example of a personification. The second one, a simile, because we find the key word as there. The third one is a metaphor because the old factory is directly compared with a heaving or a grunting beast. This is an example of a direct metaphor. Now, next figure of speech is hyperbole. Now, hyperbole is also referred to as exaggeration. Now, what do you mean by exaggeration? Exaggeration means when we are emphasizing something, we are talking too much about it. Hyperbole is a figure of speech that is a grossly exaggerated description or statement. In literature, such exaggeration is used for emphasis or vivid descriptions. Vivid means clear descriptions. When we use to emphasize something, we use hyperbole. See the example? You can see the picture here. My backpack weighs a ton. Do you actually feel your backpack is weighing a ton? No. So you are exaggerating. You are talking too much about the weight. You are emphasizing on the weight of the backpack. This is a hyperbole or an exaggeration. See another example. The wolf was 100 feet high. You know, what is the height of a wolf? Is it actually 100 feet? No, it is not. So we are exaggerating because you can see the child is scared. The child is frightened. He is exaggerating that the wolf was so much tall. So now I think you are very right to define what is a hyperbole. It is a major exaggeration or overstatement. Overstatement means actually it does not exist. We are exaggerating, we are talking too much about that. Authors use this figure of speech to emphasize a point or add humor. Now, can you just think how many times in a day you exaggerate when you say, and how many times you use hyperbole without even knowing that? Just think, children. Now, see these pictures. Isn't this lady looks funny, children? Yes, she does. See the next one? This man also looks so funny, isn't it? Now, what is this figure of speech? This is called caricatures. Now, caricatures are the literary work or cartoon that exaggerates the physical features. Now, what do you mean by physical features? Physical features means the outer appearances. Physical features, dress, or mannerism of an individual. So you can say that caricature is a subtype of hyperbole because here the author is exaggerating the individual by showing the physical feature and the dress in a humorous way. Actually, the individual doesn't look like that. He is exaggerating by drawing a cartoon character or by changing the physical features or the dress or the manners also just to make it humorous. This exaggeration is used as a means of communicating messages. Now, as I had already told you, caricatures are a type of hyperbole. I hope my second video will be useful for you. Please children, please parents, do subscribe to my channel, like and share also with your closed ones. And don't forget to leave the comments. Watch my channel for later updates. Thank you. God bless you all.